Unlike a lot of careers, being in journalism gives you the opportunity to be invited into somebody's home. My job isn't to tell you my opinion on how you should feel about a story, it's to present those stories. When we can work together as a community, that's what makes a neighborhood. It's something I will never take for granted. I consider everybody on the other side of the camera an extended family member, and I think that that is a very unique but humbling position to be in. Coming up tonight on ABC 10 News, Senator Peters pleads to pass a COVID-19 relief bill. Also, an update on the historic Vista Theater. And the exciting conclusion of our in-depth look at healthcare in the UP.
Your hometown station, serving the beautiful Upper Peninsula. This is ABC 10 News at 11.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on ABC 10 News, your hometown station. I'm Ronnie, and these are the top stories you need to know about. A total of 13 felonies were authorized and warrants were issued for 7 Marquette residents. In September, the Marquette County Sheriff's Office received complaints of 2 stolen vehicles from Fox Motors in Marquette Township. Those vehicles were later recovered in Muskegon. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel filed a response with the U.S. Supreme Court regarding Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's lawsuit. The response says, in part, that the Texas Attorney General used the court system to wage a disinformation campaign which attacks the integrity of our election system. Nessel went on to say she is confident the Supreme Court will reject the Texas bid to disenfranchise millions of Michigan voters, adding that Michigan voters will decide the outcome of their elections, not Texas politicians. Well, if I could walk 500 miles and I could walk 500 more, then I'd still be less than halfway done with the 2021 Michigan Lighthouse Tour. President Donald Trump's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, brought witnesses today in a Michigan voter fraud hearing. The former mayor of New York testified along with witnesses this evening before a Michigan legislative committee. Firearm deer hunting season starts on Sunday, and state officials want hunters to stay safe. Northern Michigan University is encouraging women to explore construction, engineering, and related career opportunities as part of the Project Accelerate program. Birchview Elementary in Ishpeming is moving their 4th grade online for 2 weeks. Governor Gretchen Whitmer held a press conference earlier today where she urged state lawmakers to work with her to pass a $100 million COVID-19 stimulus bill. According to Whitmer, the federal government can't agree on a stimulus package, so it falls to the state level. Nearly 2 million people in Michigan are experiencing food insecurities. This means roughly 1 in 5 residents are choosing between putting food on the table or paying rent and utilities. The moon may have its first historical preservation site because of a new law. The U.S. House of Representatives passed a bipartisan bill introduced by Senator Gary Peters from Michigan to permanently protect the Apollo landing sites on the moon. The One Small Step to Protect Human Heritage in Space Act would be the first of its kind legal protections for the Apollo sites by making NASA's preservation recommendations a requirement for future activities on the moon. In a statement, the congressional member of the Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee said in part, "As a child, I watched the achievements of the Apollo missions with excitement about what is possible when we come together with a common goal." The final version of the bill now heads back to the Senate for approval. 2 people are injured after a stabbing that occurred earlier today in Ishpeming. If the playoffs go as you planned, do we have any idea of how the Super Bowl is going to be set up? Normally by this time we know what venue it's going to be at, we know who the halftime singer is going to be. Do we have any information on what's going on with that? A Marquette County man is selling his late wife's artwork and giving the profits to well-deserving organizations. Susan Reyes Shoemaker moved to the Upper Peninsula from the Philippines, where she created numerous pieces of art. After she passed away from cancer in 2017, Susan's husband, Paul, wanted to do something proactive to honor her legacy. County officials released recommendations to celebrate Thanksgiving safely. A contest in Negaunee is sure to warm you up this winter. Now that Teal Lake is covered in ice, it's time to guess when it will melt. A local theater is moving ahead on plans to keep its building safe throughout the winter. This morning, a salvage crew began removing debris at the Vista Theater in Nagani. They say a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, while for one racing fan, a pigeon in hand is worth quite a lot. A wealthy Chinese pigeon racing fan paid nearly $2 million for a Belgian-bred bird earlier this week. That's pretty cool, but at that price, you just got to wonder how much the birdhouse will cost. For the latest news, weather, and sports, check out our website, abc10up.com. Thank you for joining us tonight on ABC 10 News. Keep it here for Jimmy Kimmel Live with special guests, People's Sexiest Man Alive. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the show. And Allison Brie was musical guest G-Eazy featuring Black Bear. I'm Ronnie Das, reminding you to have fun, be safe, and enjoy a wonderful evening.